for today's cup of coffee.
Oh, rolling. We're rolling right along with this. Rolling.
What happened was when I had children's, I didn't know a lot of this stuff. I knew basically two songs that would come to mind frequently, which was one of them was the theme to Rawhide, and the other one was Ozzy's Crazy Train. Done infant for infants.
Going off the rails on a crazy train. And you gave birth to a neurotic kid.
Oldest neurotic kid had he had a procedure today as far as they scoped him. Gastroenterology. Yeah. This was the upside. As opposed to he's got one for the downside later on in the month. But it was just, it was an interesting day.
Yeah, I mean, it was good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I would rather...
for him, it was kind of iffy, but for the rest of the day, it wasn't bad.
He was sedated, so he was all right with it.
Yeah. He was kind of sore afterwards, but rightfully so.
Sure.
He had a tube shoved down his throat.
Right. I mean, anytime that you've got some kind of an invasive procedure like that, you're going to have a little bit of tenderness.
Yeah.
But it's better to find out, identify a problem, and then you can plan strategy. Mm-hmm. Rather than to just sit and wonder what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that they sit and spin for years before, he's been trying to find out. And why somebody did not refer him back to a gastroenterologist years ago is beyond me.
For real.
So, but it was a surprise, honestly, that, got the call because we couldn't leave the premises. Don't know why, but we couldn't leave the premises.
Uh-huh.
And
in case, we were out and they called, be like, hey, he's ready.
Right. And it was one of the procedures is going to take 3 hours. It wasn't this one today.
There's no way that we're going to be able to stay there for 3 hours.
I don't know. I'm going to take a cot. They did... But anyhow...
In the heat for 3 hours.
We had air conditioning in the car, but still yet. Yeah. And so they called and it's like...
Well, if you're in the back seat, you don't feel that air conditioning that well.
Well, that's true. They're like, you can come in. And I'm like... I don't know. Somehow I thought that as far as his wife coming in, but... No, he wanted the mama.
Uh-huh. I figured he would.
And so that was way cool for me.
Yeah.
It really was. And it was, God love him, he was coming out
of oh, he actually wants his mama.
He was coming out of the sedation, and he's like, Hannah's weird, I'm 31. I said, honey, I'm your mama. I said, that's a lifetime commitment. I knew what I signed up for.
Yes.
But as far as us traveling, and you've got 3 of us that have ADHD. Oh, God. And it's like, youngest kid over here and oldest kid's wife that's very, very similar in some ways. Mm-hmm. And those two together can sort of be a little overwhelming for me and oldest kid. And we're just up there sort of going,
It's like, oh, Lord, please don't let me catch an assault charge with these two.
We went.
Don't let me knock the shit out of both of these people.
I think I did threaten to stop along the side of the road and whittle out a spoon at one point. But
you didn't threaten to stop. You threatened to get the wooden spoon. Or actually, no, you were like, I should have brought a wooden spoon.
I should have. I think I'm going to have to start carrying one in my pocketbook. That could work. But we have...
Nah, I'm 25. I can grab that wooden spoon now.
We have some of the most interesting conversations because we are a very eclectic group of people.
Yeah.
And as far as different music and going down as far as medical and it just the gamut of it.
Uh-huh.
And it's like... So when we come home... And I don't know how that youngest kid and I got on this subject of the game of The Sims.
No, how we got on the subject was the fact that they put polyamory in The Sims, which...
That's what it was,
which
yes.
honestly,
but was that necessary?
I don't really
was
care.
It really necessary?
Personally, I really don't care. But I won't do it. But hell, the other people, how they play games, that's up to them. But it is mainly targeted towards, well, at this point, it's supposed to be, it's rated E for everyone, but it's mainly adults and teens that play it. So,
I mean, it's just one of those things that I'm like, this is further evidence of the, devolvement of our society. It truly is.
Yeah.
And to think that you've got people that sit around and play a game that simulates life as opposed to going out and living life.
Well, when you're sick and you don't really want to do anything else, there you go. You play The Sims because it's mindless for the most part.
There's a lot of people's lives.
You can play it however you want. Huh?
There's a lot of people's lives that are mindless.
Yeah, that is true.
We have neighbors. Oh, we have neighbors.
But this girl, and since 2021, since it has come out, this video, it has stayed in my brain for God knows how long. So it goes right into the medical and The Sims. God. Here, let me play it.
I just had to make 6! Yeah, I'm not exaggerating, 6 calls to get
one prescription.
Queen,
trying to lick my toe.
Insurance says, like, no, baby, no. You don't know when I need you. That's it. Also, I was doing the Sims 100 Penny Challenge, and I was at GeekCon, and a man
Hold up. GeekCon is basically like LAX or Anime Expo, but in The Sims.
Okay.
So there you go, GeekCon. It's a nerd convention in The Sims.
I think that she needs a little more than Lamictal right there.
She needs some Stratera.
Lithium.
He left.
I think the man in the llama suit in the simulation was wise.
So basically what the Sims 100 Baby Challenge is, you either have one person that you sleep with over and over and over again to get 100 babies and then try to take care of those 100 babies, or you sleep around, have your Sim sleep around, and then try to raise 100 babies. See how many babies you can get.
So have they got social services in to help take care of them 100 babies in there? Do they
yeah, they do. If you do not take care of your children, the social services will come and take those babies away.
Do they have a free clinic where you slept around with 100 people and you know that these STDs in epidemic proportion in the real world today?
Yeah, but that does not exist in the Sim world.
If it's a simulation, it's like this.
The people want it to be realistic, but they don't want it to be too realistic. Damn, you don't want to have to fucking treat your Sims for chlamydia or something like that.
That's the thing is.
Oh shit, my Sim has the clap. Damn, there's mods, I'm sure. Now the modding community, I'm sure they have implemented that. They've implemented the murder mod.
That would have probably been somebody like me. That's a good thing that I did not go in, that I was too old to go into game design and all that stuff, because God knows what we would have had in there. But it's interesting that you do have, as far as The Sims, that simulates life instead of people living life. And you were talking about as far as the oven. What was it? And I'm like, we got an oven. You can go in there and fix something.
Oh, it's like sometimes when you don't feel like doing anything and you're tired and you had a long day, you just want to play in the life simulator and just have a little bit of fun with your Sims. You want to bake a cake. You want to bake some other stuff in the game.
But the thing is, there's no actual payout for this.
No. It's mental gratification.
Okay.
It's just fun. It's mindless. The Sims came out in the fucking 90s.
This is why.
And then The Sims 2 was like the big boom of it because it was so good. And then it just went downhill after that.
Well, it's one of those that...
Sorry, I prefer like that's what it was, the baking in The Sims 2. The Sims 2 doesn't have that stuff. They can't mess with The Sims 2 because it's already been outdone. That's long gone. I mean, we've had the 3 and 4 now.
Right.
So, but in The Sims 2, the animations were better. It was more realistic. They actually reached down and grabbed stuff out of the oven rather than it just teleporting into their hands at this point.
Well, I think it's a very bizarre something that can only exist in this particular time with the internet and stuff. That you, instead of actually doing things, you are playing a game pretending to do things.
Well, you also got to think there are people that can't really do things. So what do? They play stuff like The Sims, and it makes them happy because they can't do.
But they still, at some point, you cannot, until they
still at some
out
point
how to upload somebody's brain. They working on it. They're working on it. Which is kind of horrifying. Because if you're in the simulation, is that not real? The simulation becomes real because
because your actual physical body starts to starve at a certain point and get sick and all that.
Well, this is the thing
More
as
sick.
far as, you know, if you want to go down that rabbit hole, that we are living in a simulation.
I already thought that we were living in just a good version of The Sims.
There is a really good chance, even as far as some of the big brain people. I mean, Chuck Misler was talking about this stuff years ago. Years.
Yeah.
And so then you got the big brain in the science. That they're doing all this as I'm over here flailing about.
That's why we need cameras.
As far as, yes, there's a good chance this is a simulation.
It's a damn good simulation.
So it's like you go from a simulation into another simulation, and then it just, you know, we don't know.
Multi-universes. There you go. That's the multi-universe theory. We're just playing The Sims within The Sims.
And then when you dream,
you're in another simulation.
Are you jumping into another simulation?
Quantum time jumping, yeah.
It could be because, you know, and there's a lot of people that do this stuff. It's like, oh, well, you're processing stuff. Well, you explain to me how you're processing something when in a dream state you are in a place that you have never seen in your current reality, with people that you've never seen in your current reality, doing different things, interacting, and within that, you know who you are, who they are, what you're doing.
Is this going to be an episode where my mind breaks?
Every episode is an episode of a brain breaking. It's what we do.
Do I really need to be broke even more?
It's what we do. And this is why, I don't know, it's just, we are in such a strange time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
we really
oh my
are.
God, you want your brain broken?
I really
Read
don't.
the headlines right now.
That's why I don't.
Right.
I ain't getting up in that.
Even as far as with the content creators, we listen to Some Ordinary Gamers, Mutahar. I love Mutahar. I really do.
He's very endearing.
I think he is a quality human being. I really do. And he was discussing as far as, and we watch some of these content creators that it's reaction videos.
Yeah.
And
they're shitting on this one content creator. I've watched her before. I have no problem with what she does. The only issue I have with her is the fact that she, does some, she copyright strikes people wrongfully, if that is actually her. But she has in the past.
The thing is, if it's a larger creator
and
they are
channel.
showing somebody else's videos or whatever, or if it's a smaller channel, and if they're giving them credit, and it could, it's like Casper Site. Mm-hmm. Now, he does that a lot. That's what his shtick is as far as reaction videos. And he will pause whoever's video. He does like the ghost huntings and different things like that. He always tells the people to go and subscribe to these people.
Yeah.
So he's actually helping out smaller content creators.
Yeah. And it's not like Sniper Wolf crops out the the watermarks on the people's videos. No, she keeps them.
Then
Then that's a shout out, but it's like I don't personally, I
nothing
still
wrong with
enjoy
it.
her videos once in a while. I don't have a problem with her.
I don't see anything
Other than
wrong.
it's like people are like, oh, it's lazy content. Okay, you're busting your ass off, but some people just want to make reaction videos. I like to watch other people. I like to listen to people.
Right.
I like to see what their opinions are about stuff.
Sure.
I like reaction channels.
Yeah, there's some of them that are really good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like Zeducation, that him reacting to the different memes and stuff like that, and some of it's just hilarious.
What's wrong? He's a glorified reaction channel. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it, because what it is, these people are taking the time to find the videos to react to.
Yeah.
It's content that I would probably never know about on my own.
Right. It broadens your horizons in a
Yeah.
lot of ways.
Yeah.
don't
So
have an
I don't
issue with
see
it.
it's I don't know that there's a problem with it, unless you are claiming that whatever, that you're stealing somebody's work.
How does that go into the life simulation stuff, though?
Because
Like
it's the same
Sims?
thing. It's somebody else sitting and watching someone else's work.
Well,
Yes.
well, with The Sims, you at least have the ability to create your own people, customize them top down.
Well, I mean, if you do have the option of a llama costume, there's always can you have a platypus costume?
There's a
Is
mod
that
for
an
that.
option?
That's custom content right there.
Okay.
The modding community is The Sims is like a staple. It is the one thing holding The Sims up right now is the modding community.
Well, and I think that is important in these games. That is, and even
But
as
they've
far
always
as,
relied heavily on the modding community.
right, to take an idea and run with it and make
Yeah.
it their own,
Yeah.
and that's wonderful.
I mean, for
And
fuck's
that's
sake,
sort of what these.
I can make an alien in The Sims 4. I can make an alien character and play as that alien
Yeah.
character. I like that.
but
Werewolves,
also-
vampires, witches,
Yeah, that's
fairy
way cool.
folk.
That's way cool.
Yeah.
But now, was that also the one where you had some people that were making some rude comments, or was that Roblox?
That was Roblox.
Okay.
And Team Fortress 2.
And it's like,
Team
why
Fortress 2 is
it that
rough.
You've got to have some of these people
Can
that
be rough.
ruin it for other people. And you were talking
Look
about
at World of Warcraft and
don't even.
League of Legends. Now that community's toxic as fuck.
Yeah, and it's like you were
Same
talking
for the Call of Duty community.
as far as Roblox, that using the word creep has
Yeah.
now been disallowed.
If you call someone a creep now, like seriously, if someone is being a creep and you call them out on it and flat out tell them, dude, you're being a creep, you can get banned now for just calling person a creep.
Which is such a very minor something, which means that they're simply having creepy behavior.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand. Unless it's like, oh, person has this weird ass. Well, there's no other word to put it other than creepy looking
Right.
avatar. You know? Because people have horror themed avatars and so they're
Exactly.
creepy.
Some of us like creepy content. We like spooky
I got-
stuff. We like different things like that.
My avatar has gotten called creepy
Right.
on many of occasion because it was just like button eyes and a slight smile. That was it. My character wears a mask most of the time, and masks tend to be
creepy.
creepy.
And so, to comment on that, is that going to be disallowed?
Yeah, basically. Which I don't think that's cool. I think you should be allowed to call someone a creep or say, oh, that's creepy at any given point if you want to. Freedom of speech. What these
Exactly.
people are doing is basically just making it so, oh, you can't talk.
Right.
It makes it literally almost impossible to talk.
And
on
that
there.
is kind of spooky to
Unless
me.
you use voice chat. But even
that-
voice chat can get you banned on multiple occasions on there.
that you got the gatekeepers that want to modify people's behavior and their speech in simulations, in real life, all these different things.
Yeah.
That's. But I was talking to oldest kid also. I said it's one of those things that when they start banning certain words, new words will emerge. That's how it happens.
Yeah, you talking basically. It's basically code that you're talking.
Yes. Yes. And then if whoever figures out the code, what do? You modify the code, you go on. You make your own things. So it's just weird. Weird.
Now I can understand like them censoring curse words on Roblox and all that. What most people consider curse words, like shit, piss, fuck, all that.
God, don't go down the whole George Carlin
I could go
thing.
down a whole list.
No, let's
calling
not.
someone an ass. Like I can understand them banning that, but creep.
The thing is,
creep.
An ass is also
A donkey.
It's short. Yeah, it's short for jackass.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it's
You
a
can't
matter
call
of,
someone a jackass, certainly.
It's a matter of context. It's a matter of culture, different things like that. Some of these people are setting themselves up. And
but
I've
the
got
thing
a
is-
question. Is it just English that
No.
is being moderated, or is it all different languages?
No, it's all languages.
Okay.
Like they're trying to censor everybody.
Well, that was what
You
I
know,
wondered.
and it's even in Team Fortress 2 is a whole nother can of worms right now, because the botting on it is just horrendous at this moment, which basically means you don't got half the time you don't got real players, you just got AI playing the game.
I don't know that that's necessarily bad, but
When they're spamming links that are not
Oh,
good
that's-
in the
that ain't
chat,
cool.
that's good. That's not good.
that's where they're supposed to have to yeet that.
Bring that up with Valve. They ain't doing shit about it, and it's their game. They're the ones that run Steam.
Right.
But even calling someone a jackass on there can risk the chance of getting you banned. It won't happen most of the time, but it can certainly happen.
It's just strange.
But then again, I heard someone saying the hard R N word on there
No,
multiple times, and they
that's-
didn't get banned ever,
And that's what it's just.
which they should have.
It's one of those. There are words that are hateful
Yeah.
when used incorrectly.
That
There
is
are
what's-
words that. But as far
But that's
as
the thing. The words that are
banning them, no.
words that are hateful, that's what people consider hate speech.
People can be hateful.
Yes.
You're never going to legislate that out of the human spirit.
You literally, you can't control that in the slightest in real life.
And what it does in some ways, when you see those people that are like that, you avoid them.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's one of those things that that's why freedom of speech is important. If you know somebody that those are their views, their opinions, you're sitting there going, "No, I don't be."
Yeah, don't align
Get out of
yourself
my
with
world.
those
That is
people.
not what I'm about.
Yeah, you have the choice to not align yourself with those people.
Absolutely. But as far as taking away, it doesn't take away the hate in their heart.
Like, I didn't say anything to them. I didn't tell them, like, hey, knock that off, please. For one, it's not my place.
No, it's not your place.
Secondly, who am I to try to control what other people, total strangers, are saying?
Again, when you take away somebody's...
I may not like it, but that doesn't mean they don't have the right to say it.
When you take away somebody's free will, and that includes their God-given right to speech, that is witchcraft. Mm-hmm. That is black magic witchcraft.
Yeah.
And we've got this going on all over the place.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. People trying to control other people's actions. It ain't going to work well in the end.
No, because it breeds resentment.
Yeah.
You can help someone understand that what they're doing and some of the words that they're using and stuff. It's like, okay, do you understand that this person, that hurts their feelings? Nobody is ever going to be able to say anything that somebody somewhere, especially where everybody is on some kind of hairpin trigger right now, that they get butt hurt over anything. Someone else's paranoia is not my responsibility.
Right.
Flat out.
Yeah.
And again, with this, whatever it was, the Lamictal or whatever she needed some Thorazine.
Lamictal! Try to lamic my tall!
Oh, she needed a little Thorazine.
See, while you're like that, she needs a little bit more than that. I find it hilarious.
Oh,
I love it.
God, it is.
I love that energy. I wish I had that energy some days.
Oh no, I've had to work with people who had that energy, and it's just old and tired at this point. It's just like, no, leave me on the front porch with the deer and the coffee and the cigarettes, and just leave me be.
I was in the, like, pool party, squall and be like, no, full on doing that in the pool. In the pool with the person, but we were having fun, and but I wasn't saying anything like rude or uncouth. I was just being like, no.
You were having fun, and you had someone to interact with, and the people that you were around, they understood that.
Yeah,
because you have Leo rising, and you are just in search of a stage.
No, I'm in search for friends and people that I can actually match that energy with. Yes. It's not that I want a stage. It's that I just I want people to have fun with me.
Sure. But like I said,
and I want to have fun with other people.
The thing about Leo, we do that.
Yeah.
That's just our energy. It's dinner and a show, no matter where we are.
We were both doing the crab walk in the pool. We were vibing.
And the thing is, that was real life.
Yeah.
That was experience that there's no way that you can't emulate that.
Well, that's why I honestly do appreciate websites like I'mView, Second Life, VR Chat. I do appreciate stuff like that, because for the people that do not have the ability or the courage to go out in, real life and do that, it helps them a lot, because they're still interacting with real people. It's just through a screen.
Yes and no. It can be a tool to help them deal with some of the anxiety. It's not the same. It's a matter of someone being with them, helping them learn the actual real world skills to actually get out and interact.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's why I do appreciate them, because it can help teach them that.
Yeah. But it's not a substitute.
Because, like, for example, Second Life, it's basically like real life, but just a giant-ass simulator where you don't talk to people unless you actually go into these clubs and start talking to other people.
Like I said,
or shops or whatever.
It concerns me that
it helps teach people.
For some people, like I said, and it depends on the individual. It's not like we make generalities, because there is no such thing. But within that, when it becomes someone's sole existence, and it's easy to get sucked into that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Farmville. Oh my God.
Well, Farmville, you ain't interacting with anyone else other than that. That is a chore.
It got to where it was like real work, and I'm like, no, I'm done. I am so done. But it's not a substitute. Like I said, it can be a stepping stone, but it's not a substitute.
Well, that's how I view a lot of these platforms, is that they're stepping stones. They're not, I know for a fact they're not substitutes. They're just stepping stones.
Right. And this is why we always encourage people that if there is an issue, if there is a need, help is available. Mm-hmm. And it's like, do not give up on this. If you know someone who's struggling with agoraphobia or social anxiety disorder, and my God, that is in epidemic proportion.
Yeah, that I'm one of those people that has social anxiety.
I don't have social anxiety. It's just that people have gotten so random. And honestly, you don't know. And it was like, even as far as
driving, people are on a hairpin trigger right now. They really are.
Yes. And so I do not interact as much as I normally would. Mm-hmm. And have in the past, because even traveling down the interstate and stuff, people are doing distracted driving, just stupid shit, and it's just like, no.
Well, if I feel like I need to give a smile to someone, I will, and if I feel I need to give the compliment, certainly I will.
Sure, and you have to have the, as far as discernment on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
like, I certainly don't do that to everyone.
Right.
It's only it's very few people.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's really sad. And I am hoping that after some of this dark triad, my God, can you be any more ominous? Mm-hmm. Dark triad.
Well, usually, like, for example, because I know how it can be taken out, being like, oh, I like your shirt. Some people use that as that high school bullying thing. But for me, if I like someone's shirt, I'm always going to follow it up with, where'd you get it? And then talk to them a little bit about that and be like, oh, really?
Yes, well, that's simple.
I would like to find one at some point like that. And usually I try to look for something like that because I do.
That's how in the hell could that be considered bullying?
Have you ever seen Mean Girls?
No.
Watch that movie, then you'll know.
Let me tell you, this is for the cyber grannies. We going after the peoples like that. It's like, no, no, we know your type. We got a wooden spoon just for you.
But it's those people that's like the plastics in the Mean Girls.
Well, they can just go on and they can...
That will compliment someone to their face, and then behind, like, as soon as they leave, part ways, they will start talking shit about that person's outfit. I don't vibe with that.
No, and the thing is, you're always going to have people like that. They have diseased spirits.
Yeah.
And that's sad, and it's sick, and you pray for them, and you go on, and you be real.
That's like that girl that at the pool party. I told her that I really liked her shoes because they were Converse and I like Converse.
Uh-huh.
But she also drew on her shoes like I did. So it's like, yes. Dude, I literally got a pair of Converse. I got multiple pair you do the same shit I do.
Yeah. That you make
I
on
love
your
that.
Own. You customize them.
Yeah.
Customize them. They're one of a kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this
She's a walking advertisement for Sharpie, and it's like, same dude.
Yeah. That's awesome. And it's where it is as far as finding the commonalities.
Mm-hmm.
So live real life each day. Memento mori.
Well, if you just want something mind-numbing, like at the end of the day, if you just want to play around, like, yeah, The Sims is good.
I do those match 3 things. The Sims is too much work. It's like work.
No, it's not. It's very automatic and, well, sort of, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get your Sims to fix stuff once in a while. You can leave it auto running after a while, but they'll die after like literally probably in real time. No joke, in probably real time, they'll probably die within 3 days.
It's work.
If you had it running like 24/7.
It's work. No, like I said, the little match got those little match 3 bullshit games that I can sit.
I mean,
and
you're basically playing God in that game.
Huh?
You're basically playing God in that game.
Why would you want to? I've seen his job. I'm not qualified. Final thoughts.
I can burn people in that game willingly. I can put in The Sims 2, I can put something in the oven and then distract them for a few minutes and then for the oven to set on fire.
Oh, God.
And I can try to get them zapped by lightning, or I can do my best to get them abducted by aliens.
Well, the alien abduction.
Or hit by a meteorite, which is a very rare death.
I don't know.
That's one of the challenges, is try to get all the deaths in the game.
Okay. I know.
And then you can try to seduce the Grim Reaper and then have him as a husband or something like that.
Well, I have stories that I could tell about that, but that's
you can play as ghosts, pixies,
and that's
fairies.
Your final thoughts.
I like The Sims. Check out, if you have not played The Sims, go check it out. Watch some of those videos on it.
Learn how to make a real cake, real cookies. Yeah,
that's a lot of work.
Yes, but you get actual rewards.
That's true. That is true. Wait. There's this one thing. I don't remember if it was associated with Roblox or whatever, but if you there was this game called Donate or whatever, and then the top donators could actually get a real life trophy sent to their house, shaped in the shape of a $sign.
Okay.
It's by the same people that make the YouTube play button.
Okay.
Buttons.
Okay.
Yeah.
We going for real life laughs, smiles. To
we
sit
are.
There and sit there and go, damn, they're crazy people.
Yeah.
Yes. We're those relatives. Those people are going like, oh God, they're coming to visit. And how long are you staying this time? Okay. No, we're out of coffee. Bye.
And people got social batteries, so hopefully and sometimes they don't want to deal with real people, so they play with The Sims instead, because they can do whatever in it.
Well, yeah, but like I said, I think people get lost in that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
If you've had experiences with paranormal, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, tinfoil hats.
Don't try to seduce a man in a llama suit.
Well, it depends on the situation. It depends.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Yes. Anyhow, if you have lived, if you have gotten lost in cyber before, because I have, for years.
Yeah.
You don't know about that side of my life.
No, I don't, but I certainly have gotten lost in cyber for years.
You can put that in the comment section, because that helps everybody learn and grow. And if it's something that you don't want to share publicly, you're welcome to send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you need prayer, that's the same email address.
Yeah, The Sims 2 is better. The Sims 2 is the best game out of all of them.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I actually use the oven. Do your spiel.
If you like this video, comment, like, share, subscribe. Click that notification. I haven't said this in a minute. Click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. I don't know if it does anything, but give it a ding. It likes the affection. Check her out on BitChute, Rumble, where Landa's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, where Landa, COCWS. It's like a radio station call sign, so it's pretty easy to remember. Go check it out. It's pretty cool on there. She actually does post some really cool stuff on there.
We have original content daily.
What? Not on X. Not on X. You post other people's content and then you add your comment to it.
Yes, but that's a totally different.
That's like a reaction Twitter page.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But what on X? It is a matter of this. I will repost things, but I also interact with whoever usually the real poster is.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So,
but as far as posting your own pictures, you posted the pie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm interacting. I'm
Why
doing something, and
someone posting on Twitter, why do my burps taste like beans? That's the content we need on there.
You went there. I was trying to end it earlier before he could go there. Know that you are loved.
This is Gen Z right here.
God.
Gen X versus Gen Z.
I need the Thorazine. I need the Thorazine in a corner to where I can just do the Thorazine shuffle to get to the corner, sit there in fetal position, and drool on myself.
Uh-huh.
As long as somebody brings me a cup of coffee. Anyhow, treat other people the way that you would like to be treated.
Okay.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.